Look like Browns owner Jimmy Haslam had some things to say for this one. Like the plan is definitely going as scheduled. That is us and Shedeur Sanders for the 2025 season, man. Jimmy Haslam looked like he might have secured his bill with the city for this new stadium, and he's doing interviews and he's talking, bro. But more importantly, we're seeing a shift change in the roster. We seen Joe Flacco leave. We seeing Kevin Stefanski looking like a deer in headlights. I believe Jimmy Haslam is about to put his foot down because he needs to pay for that new stadium.
Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam just dropped a straight-up bombshell that's got the entire NFL spinning out of control. Secrets, chaos, and jaw-dropping revelations about Shedeur Sanders are spilling out like wildfire. Was he benched on purpose, sabotaged from the inside, or is there some wild Browns conspiracy playing out behind closed doors? Whatever it is, what Haslam just said will make every football fan question everything they thought they knew about the Browns and about Shedeur himself. Haslam didn't just stir the pot, he set the whole kitchen on fire. He's talking about Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback everyone's been whispering about in locker rooms, press boxes, and group chats. And suddenly, this season in Cleveland isn't just about football anymore. It's about egos, secrets, and the kind of drama that makes reality TV look calm. It's chaos disguised as competition.
Finally happening. The narrative in Cleveland is changing. The same media that doubted Shedeur Sanders for months is saying he's gonna play. Even Mary Kay admitted it. This could be the start.
Week on. She talking about he got the arm talent to make throws catchable. And Shedeur gonna play? Mary Kay, tell us. Since you got the inside and you knew they were about to sign, they were gonna talk about Bailey Zappi or they were gonna get rid of Joe Flacco. Tell us when Shedeur gonna play. Since you know Shedeur gonna play now, when is Shedeur gonna play? Mary Kate be lying but telling the truth at the same time.
A team trying to rise while tripping over its own Shedeur. Shedeur. And now, fans everywhere are stuck asking the same thing. What's really happening in Cleveland? Because on paper, 2025 looked like the Browns' comeback year. New stadium blueprints, flashy new deals, and a quarterback who looked ready to rewrite history.
Talking about this. And guess who's the biggest name in all of the NFL? Shedeur Sanders. Could this be the reason why they pretty much drafted Shedeur Sanders? Could this be the reason why he benched him originally? Could this all been a ploy and a conspiracy by Jimmy Haslam to pretty much raise the stock of Shedeur Sanders? See, we already know Shedeur was big coming out of college, but what sells more than anything? And I know all about drama getting clicks, bro.
Everyone said Shedeur was the one who'd finally lead Cleveland out of decades of heartbreak and into the spotlight. But if you thought this path to glory was going to be clean and simple, oh, you sweet summer dreamer, you've got no idea what storm's about to hit. This isn't just football anymore. It's a thriller with shoulder pads. Joe Flacco, gone. Out the door like yesterday's leftovers. Kevin Stefanski's looking more lost than a GPS with no signal, pacing the sidelines like he just realized he's out of cell service.
Shedeur.
But
what do you mean, coach? From a fan's perspective, I'm trying to see him shake. I want to see 12 go out there and sling it. He's the showman when he plays. It's so fun to want to root for that. It's fun to imagine what it would look like if they let 12 go out there and shake it, man. Give the people what they want. Give them the keys.
Well, we're not going to see it. We're going to see Joe Flacco.
Meanwhile, Jimmy Haslam's grinning ear to ear like a man who just cracked a secret code. Because guess what? This chaos isn't random. Nope. It's part of what he calls a master plan. Yeah, you heard that right. Chaos as strategy. Welcome to the 2025 Browns, where the only thing you can count on is absolute unpredictability. And at the heart of it all, Shedeur Sanders, the man, the myth, the walking highlight reel, a college superstar, Jackson State legend, Colorado miracle worker, now branded as Cleveland's chosen one, or at least that's what he should be. But instead of leading the team into battle, he's parked on the bench like some backup character in a video game nobody asked for. It's not about whether he can play, we know he can ball out. The real mystery is why management thinks holding him back is some kind of masterstroke. Spoiler alert, it's got Haslam's fingerprints all over it. Picture this. Jimmy sitting up in his shiny skyscraper office, probably swirling a drink and plotting like a movie villain.
consistently that this is a marathon and it's not easy and it's complicated due to its size, the public-private partnership. I'd say this is a significant hurdle to get by. We were always confident we'd work it out one way or another. It's a significant hurdle to get by, and we're very excited. And when we shook hands with the mayor on Friday afternoon, we're excited to move forward. So I think it's a big step. Yeah, I think we've said consistently that this is a...
So as y'all can see, Jimmy Haslam is all smiles. He got his quarterback of the future. He pretty much created a storyline of a lifetime, bro. The storyline that he has created with Shedeur Sanders is by far awesome. I just got to keep it real.
Thinking, how do I make the Browns must-watch TV? How do I turn Shedeur into a national obsession? And while I'm at it, how do I get that fancy new stadium built while driving Cleveland fans completely insane? It's not football, it's a chess game of madness, and Haslam's playing it with a grin, and then, boom, it hits him. Bench Shedeur Sanders. Not just quietly, but in a way that explodes across every sports headline, triggers conspiracy theories, and lights up social media like a 4th of July finale. Because let's be real, nothing sells more tickets, jerseys, or clicks than a scandal with a superstar at the center. Jimmy Haslam isn't just a team owner anymore. He's a content machine in a business suit, and the Browns are his ongoing soap opera.
Move on.
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it. They don't like Shedeur. It's like, I mean, you can't hide it no much more. Like, there was discussion about if a guy from the practice squad should be the #2 quarterback. Now, granted, they made Shedeur #2, but it was, how's that even a question? I've been on the roster since game 1. But I'll just say this, though. It's always been Shedeur time, right? You go on a season with Joe Flacco as your quarterback, like, you didn't take this year serious.
Yeah.
Why is he starting? But I will say this, though. Dillon Gabriel, I mean, he didn't look terrible. He's a rookie.
Correct.
Right? He showed me something. I think Shedeur's probably...
Think about it for a second. You draft a phenom, college legend, born winner, highlight magnet. Everyone already knows Shedeur's got the skills. But raw talent doesn't sell out stadiums on its own. You need tension. You need mystery. You need that sweet, slow burn storyline that keeps fans foaming at the mouth, begging for answers. So what does Haslam do? He keeps Shedeur off the field, week after week, maybe even months. Let the speculation build. Let the fans lose their minds. And when Shedeur finally touches the turf, it's an eruption. The crowd goes insane. The ratings skyrocket. Genius. Pure chaos. But somehow, genius. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski's standing on the sideline clutching that dusty old playbook like it's some sacred artifact from a lost football civilization. He's out here preaching safe plays and field goals like the game hasn't changed in decades. And then there's the real game, the stadium. Haslam isn't just calling plays, he's pulling strings on a grand scale. We're talking about 3D chess with steel beams, construction permits, and taxpayer dollars. The new stadium isn't just a field, it's a billion-dollar puzzle, a public-private monster deal that needs big-time traction to survive. And let's face it, the Browns alone can't pull that kind of magic off. But guess who can?
You're giving up if you give up Shedeur. And if you're Stefanski, you are very upset at that development because Shedeur is essentially, he could be his get-out-of-jail-free card when it's all said and done.
Oh, I don't even think Kevin thinks like that. I think Kevin would rather get fired than play Shedeur at this point. That's the way it feels. I'm not saying that's definitively what it is, but I'm not doing charity work here. I'm not doing charity work for Shedeur Sanders, and by the way, he doesn't need it, and I'm sure as hell not doing it for the Jets. Make me a real offer. And so for Shedeur, you know, okay, a third and a future fourth, or 2/3. All right, maybe. But if you really want Shedeur, if he is the miracle salve to save the Jets, you come with a fifth.
The guy with the golden name, the viral fame, and the power to move a whole city, Shedeur Sanders. You guessed it, Shedeur Sanders. The name, the drama, the hype, the chaos, every bit of it is part of one giant money-making machine. It's all fuel for the ultimate Brown spectacle. Bench him just long enough to make fans furious, let social media go wild, then drop him back in the game when the stakes couldn't be higher. Stadium deal? Approved. Ratings? Skyrocketing. Merch sales? Through the roof. Shedeur's value? Maxed out like a video game character with every cheat code unlocked. But let's not skip over the Joe Flacco bombshell. Trading a 13-year veteran quarterback mid-season, and to a division rival no less. is the kind of move that makes casual fans gasp and diehards start breaking things. It's chaos wrapped in confusion, tied with a bow of controversy. And get this, Andrew Barry supposedly made the call, leaving even the great Mike Tomlin trying to talk about it like he's walking through a minefield. You could see it in his face. He knew something didn't smell right. This isn't just questionable coaching, it's controlled chaos. The Browns are stuck in a loop of drama so thick it feels scripted. But that's exactly the point. When Shedeur finally steps onto that field,
he should be now. He should be starting now. But you know, here's Stefanski's answer the other day. Why didn't you give Shedeur a shot in the fourth quarter? And he won't even speak Shedeur's name. He never refers to the question about Shedeur with saying Shedeur's name. And Stefanski said of Dillon Gabriel, we know he's tough. He's going to keep fighting. Okay, I get it. He's a tough kid, mentally tough. I don't know about physically. Shedeur is mentally and physically tough. Much tougher to me. I saw it at Jackson State and at Colorado.
The shift will be so dramatic, so movie-like, that Cleveland fans won't know whether to cry, scream, or faint. Twitter will melt down in real time. ESPN will explode with hot takes. And in the corner, Jimmy Haslam will be sitting there smirking like a puppet master who just executed the perfect show. Here's the real brilliance. This isn't just football anymore. It's narrative engineering. It's entertainment disguised as strategy. Bench Shedeur, ignite controversy, let fans lose their minds, then bring him back like a superhero returning from exile. Meanwhile, backups like Dillon Gabriel get thrown into the fire. Some might look like saviors, others might look like tragedies, but either way, the drama keeps rolling and the Browns keep trending. Stefanski looks like a cautious chess player stuck in a hurricane he didn't see coming. He's trying to stay calm, clutching his playbook like it's a survival manual while the whole franchise catches fire around him. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco's story becomes a warning shot about time, loyalty, and the brutal business side of football. One moment, you're the veteran voice in the locker room. The next, you're traded mid-season and watching your old team unravel on national TV. And in the middle of this chaos sits Jimmy Haslam, architect, villain, and accidental hero, all rolled into one. Watching Kevin Stefanski trying to process Shedeur Sanders' rise is comedy and tragedy wrapped together. It's like watching a man who thought he was building a library walk straight into a circus tent. There's shock, confusion, and a dash of awe all over his face, because deep down, he knows what's coming. Shedeur's dominance isn't just inevitable, it's earth-shaking. But the wildest part? Haslam's grinning through all of it. And when Jimmy smiles in Cleveland, it's not relief, it's victory. The stadium deal's inching forward. Shedeur's popularity is exploding. Fans are obsessed, and the media's eating it up like it's primetime television. Every camera, every podcast, every sports page, Shedeur Sanders is the headline, the headline, the headline. He's not just a quarterback, he's a movement, a walking viral clip, a human turning point for an entire franchise. The NFL still wants to pretend it's about playbooks and stats, but Haslam knows better. It's about the story. It's about drama that grabs you by the collar and won't let go.
The problem is, Shady, like, if you're truly the Browns, how do you play it? You can't move off of Dillon Gabriel for being mediocre. You can only move off of him for being bad. You know, you move off of rookie quarterbacks for being bad, not mediocre.
But if he's bad, right, just don't give him grace because you're a rookie.
Yeah.
The number one pick you just said is not playing well.
Correct.
Right? What other rookies just get benched when they playing bad?
Correct.
It don't happen like that.
The only thing is he has to play awful, right? We saw Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush got 2.5 quarters. Snoop Huntley went in for the race.
And his timing, diabolical. He benches Shedeur just long enough for fans to fume, for analysts to spiral, and for Twitter to catch fire with predictions. Then, just when everyone's reached their breaking point, he'll unleash him under the brightest lights imaginable. That's not strategy anymore. That's show business in cleats. Suddenly, Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing football, he's leading a full-blown cultural movement. The stadium's roaring, ticket sales are soaring, and Jimmy Haslam's in his corner office counting blessings like a man who just cracked the code to printing money. What looks like chaos on the field is actually a financial masterstroke dressed up as a sports saga. Meanwhile, Kevin Stefanski's doing everything he can to keep the ship steady, calling safe plays, tiptoeing through game plans, managing risk like he's allergic to excitement. But the irony? Every cautious move he makes only builds more tension for Shedeur's inevitable explosion. When that kid finally steps back under the spotlight, it's not just going to be a football game, it's going to be a rebirth. Fans won't just see a quarterback, they'll see a phoenix rising from the ashes of Cleveland's caution. The whole thing is a calculated masterpiece. The timing, the hype, the endless speculation, it's all feeding the legend. Every word Jimmy Haslam mutters becomes a headline. Every press conference feels like a movie trailer. The question burning across every network: is Shedeur Sanders finally about to take over? It's become bigger than the game. It's entertainment history. Cleveland just became the epicenter of football drama. You could fill an entire month of TV just reacting to people reacting to Shedeur. It's meta chaos, beautiful, controlled madness. And here's the slickest move of all. Haslam times it perfectly with the stadium approval push. Nothing screams invest in Cleveland football like turning your star quarterback into a global talking point, underrated and overhyped all at once. Fans rush to buy tickets, jerseys vanish from shelves, and even the city officials are grinning because somehow chaos just turned into cash. As that massive public-private stadium deal suddenly starts to feel unavoidable, every road in Cleveland leads straight to one name: Shedeur Sanders. And those roads? They're paved with controversy, chaos, and a little touch of genius-level trolling. It's like Haslam planned this circus from day one. Every twist, every leak, every strategic mistake, perfectly timed to keep fans glued to their screens. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco's shocking trade still lingers in the air like smoke after an explosion. And Stefanski's ultra-safe, by-the-book approach only makes Shedeur's eventual breakout look even more cinematic. The contrast is wild. One man terrified of risk, the other born to set the field on fire. So what's the takeaway here? The Browns' 2025 season isn't just football, it's theater. It's high-stakes strategy.
To this fan base and ask yourself, how is it that we are here? We have a quarterback that you can build around. You have a quarterback that people are excited about, but it seems as if the media and the people that are covering this stuff are going 10, 15 times as hard just to not even see him play. And the thing about it is, it's frustrating to a lot of people because you're between a rock and a hard place because you're sitting here saying, well, just cut him. Let him go somewhere else.
It's financial chess, social media gold, and reality show chaos all wrapped into one. Shedeur Sanders isn't just part of the plan. He is the plan. He's the catalyst, the crown jewel, the headline act in a story that feels written by a mastermind, or maybe by a mad genius who just loves watching the world burn in 4K. Bench him. Let the outrage boil. Watch the headlines multiply. Then drop him onto the field like a bomb when the timing's perfect. That's not mismanagement. That's art. That's Browns 2025. Sarcastic, strategic, and absolutely unhinged in the most brilliant way possible. And if you're not watching this unfold, you're missing history in the making. Because while the rest of the NFL tries to make sense of it all, Cleveland fans will be laughing, arguing, and reliving this season for decades. The Browns didn't just play football this year, they turned it into a masterclass in manipulation and mayhem. Shedeur Sanders isn't just the quarterback of the future, he is the future. The face of a franchise, the hidden key to $1 billion stadium deal, and the unsuspecting star of the wildest sports drama the NFL has ever seen. He's the only guy who can make a 4-yard pass look like a Hollywood trailer moment. Every drop back feels cinematic. Every sideline shot a meme waiting to happen. Cleveland's not just playing football this year, they're hosting the most unpredictable reality show in sports history. This season isn't strategy, it's spectacle. It's chaos so perfectly choreographed that it feels like art. Every play, every headline, every awkward press conference folds into one masterpiece of confusion and genius. And standing right in the eye of the storm, Shedeur Sanders, the quarterback benched not to be punished, but to make history.
You feel me? We not on no negativity from now on, man. We not doing that. I'm just here to be positive, and I don't speak on anything negative, you know. So that's the new wave. That's what we going forward with. Anything negative, we not talking about it. We not speaking on it. Overall, so I would say you tend to get a little bit more excited, you know, when you see a light at the end of the tunnel, for sure. So my job at first was, you know, to prepare the defense, and I think I did a pretty.
The hero waiting for the right moment to explode onto the field and flip the script for an entire city. He's not just fighting for wins, he's helping fund a stadium while turning Cleveland into must-watch TV. He's giving fans faith, chaos, and goosebumps all at once. And that, right there, is the secret sauce. That's how you take a game and turn it into theater. That's how you turn talent into legend and a city's obsession into legacy. Jimmy Haslam didn't just drop a statement, he dropped a truth bomb. Whether fans want to hear it or not, Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing football anymore. He's starring in it. And like it or not, Cleveland just became the center of the NFL universe. And here's the kicker nobody's bold enough to admit. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a quarterback. He's a walking PR machine in shoulder pads. Every time he jogs onto the field, the whole world lights up. Cameras flash like lightning, social media goes nuclear, and analysts start scrambling to find stats that fit the hype. If this were a marketing course, the Cleveland Browns would be the ultimate case study for the next 20 years. And the timing, oh, the timing, is diabolically perfect. Mid-season, the league's heating up, injuries piling, playoff talk bubbling, and right when the NFL thinks it's about X's and O's, Jimmy Haslam's out here playing a whole different game. He's not chasing touchdowns, he's chasing headlines, suspense, tension, engagement. He's turning football into a box office event. Every snap equals clicks, every rumor equals revenue, and every second Shedeur sits is another seat sold before the turf even settles. Shedeur Sanders has evolved beyond the playbook. He's a symbol now, a story in motion, a living, breathing plot twist that's rewriting what it means to be a modern athlete. Nobody saw it coming, but everyone's talking about it. Meanwhile, the Browns roster looks like a live-action soap opera. Dillon Gabriel's out there trying to play accidental hero. Stefanski's clutching that playbook like a toddler holding a blanket, and Joe Flacco's ghost still haunts the franchise like a chapter they can't delete.
Not what he used to be then, okay? But still in all, he still belongs on an NFL roster because he brings a lot to the table in terms of helping youngsters on the come-up. So I don't know why they don't have him at the QB3 and Shedeur at the QB2. I think that's trying to send a wrong message to a lot of folks. Maybe they don't want folks clamoring for Shedeur prematurely or whatever. But in the end, the bottom line is this. I think it's clear, unless Dillon Gabriel just plays lights out and Cleveland is challenging for a postseason berth, which I don't see happening with that offense, which is ranked 31st and second to last in the league and 30th, and they're running.
The locker room is buzzing, the city's divided, and the media's running on fumes trying to keep up. And through all of it, Shedeur's quiet, focused, dangerously calm. He's sitting back, studying, waiting for his moment to flip the entire narrative one precision throw at a time. To outsiders, the Browns look like a mess. But to Haslam, it's a masterpiece of chaos. Bench your star, let the storm brew, and when the time is right, detonate the legend. The locker room knows it. The fans feel it. The whole league's watching with popcorn in hand. This isn't just about Shedeur Sanders anymore. It's about what the Browns are and what they're afraid to become. Are they a team built on performance or a franchise addicted to hesitation? Because right now, every decision, every delay, every cautious call is turning Cleveland football into a national soap opera. You can sense the tension from miles away. Players whispering, coaches deflecting, reporters circling like vultures. It's all building towards something big. Everyone's waiting for Stefanski to finally make the call that could rewrite the franchise's future. And deep down, they all know the truth. This drama can only end one way. Either Shedeur rises and saves the city, or the Browns implode trying to hold him back. If they keep stalling, they'll lose more than just games. They'll lose faith. The fans know it. The players know it. The NFL knows it. Because when a franchise hesitates this long to embrace its future, someone else eventually will. Cleveland's running out of time, and Shedeur Sanders is running out of patience. The question isn't if he'll get his shot, it's where. And when that moment finally comes, whether it's in Cleveland or somewhere else, every ounce of this drama will finally make sense. So maybe it's time for the Browns to stop overthinking and start believing, because the truth is right in front of them. A young star ready to lead, a locker room begging for direction, and a city desperate for something to believe in. And when that moment comes, you'll remember this. Shedeur Sanders didn't just wait for his shot. He earned it every single day. So if you made it this far, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and share button, because this story is only getting wilder and you won't want to miss what happens next.